What's up, Internet? I actually forgot to film the intro before I went into the flea market. Can't say words either. We're actually leaving the flea market right now, but we'll travel back in time. Let's go. I want my keys go. I want my keys go.
What'd you take for these ones? Yeah, do that. Thank you.
It really is.
Huh. seen this before. It's a demo disc. Disc 2. Final Fantasy X and a Kingdom Hearts case.
We delivered like Yeti and Tom Oh, there you go.
That's a very bad RPG that I already have. These, no.
Really a gloomy looking day, but as far as I know, there's no plans of rain. So hopefully we have some luck. No luck out here today. Starting to come up with a theory that maybe this flea market's only good like one time per, I guess, season that it's open. Like it was open for like 2 months earlier this year, and now we're in another 2 months where it's open. And we found the NES games like 2 weeks ago, and before that we had found those boxed Game Boy games. So I've only had really 2 good finds here this year, so maybe that's all we get. Who knows? Alright guys, we went to the New York tag sale flea market type thing they had going on. Once again, took a ton of time to get through everything. We split up. She definitely had some better finds than I did. Not by even, like I got fucking destroyed if we were competing. Now this first game is actually the first game I saw there that I wanted to pick up, but the last game I ended up purchasing just because she had quite a few copies and she was only asking $1 for these. Just $1 Wii game already, like even if it's Just Dance 2014, semi kind of sealed, I'll buy that any day, at least any day right now.
I'd buy that for $1.
Next we'll move over to Alicia's first pickup, which was a mystery to me until we got back to the car. For all this she paid $1. And it consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Xbox games and a Will Ferrell movie that is actually sealed. Talladega Nights. Now some of these are actually missing discs. She didn't really have time to look through them because $1 games when there's sharks all around. We got Madden 07, just the case. Midway Arcade Treasures, just the case. Lord of the Rings, The Third Age, complete. An odd copy of Mortal Kombat Deception that actually has 2 discs of apparently the same game, but have different art on them, so I don't really understand that. If you guys have any idea what that's about, let me know in the comments below. Looks like it's only a 1-disc game. I can't imagine they would have had 2. Toka Race Driver 3, the Ultimate Racing Simulator. Never heard of this. Commandos Strike Force, Namco Museum, and Brothers in Arms Earned in Blood. Definitely not a bad deal for $1 fucking dollar. That's crazy. I was over at a booth looking at some Sega Saturn games. Unfortunately, this genius decided to keep the discs separate from the cases, so I had to miss out on getting Pandemonium for about $20, which is about the most I would pay for it, because he just had the case and the manual. He didn't have the games with him. He left them in the other car apparently. He did, however, have some Sega Genesis games that I was interested in. I paid $10 total, so $5 each on these. We got Ariel, the Little Mermaid for the Sega Genesis complete, and also a title that probably no one's heard of, and I only know about it because I had it as a kid. It's one of those Codemasters titles with the weird cartridges that falls to the ground when you open up the case. It's this little, you know, odd-shaped cartridge. And I had this because it was on, like, clearance at Toy Works back in the day, so of course I had it. Interesting title. I didn't really understand it back then, but I wanted to pick it up. And both of them go for around $10 to $15 each complete. So $10 for both, not a bad deal. Really wish he actually brought the Sega Saturn games with him. Moved on to another booth. This was actually the booth that the last time I was at this tag sale flea market thing was cleaned out of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games by one of those shark girls. This time I was happy to find this guy before they did, and for $15 I got these 5 NES games that I didn't have. No killer titles here, all of them are worth about $5 or less, but that's not a bad deal. We got Rollerball, Casino Kid, Super Glove Ball, which honestly, one of the hardest things I've had to find and have yet to see for the Nintendo is the Power Glove. I've seen a few at trade events, never any in the wild, never any at retro game stores. And I don't understand why they're so rare, at least in my area. Like, I've seen multiple Robs, I own multiple Robs, and when I was a kid, I knew about the Power Glove. I didn't even know Rob the Robot existed. So I don't understand how they're so hard to come by nowadays. Rock and Ball. And finally, Abadox, the Deadly Inner War. Don't know too much about those games, but I didn't have them, and they were a very decent price. I was expecting to pay at least 20 for that, so when he hit me with 15, I couldn't say no. And as I was waiting for that guy to give me the change, Alicia was across the other aisle, yelling for me to come over there right away. She was trying to signal me down. She was trying to signal me down without attracting too much attention, and the camera's shaking because she's on the bed laughing at me, flubbing my words. She had a mega find at this tag sale flea market. Not many people apparently are willing to dig through boxes of PC games, and she hit gold. First up, I'm going to go through the games that we got that are not complete / aren't anything more than like a disc only thing. We basically grabbed a handful of all the best titles and asked how much, and then got the fuck out of there, because there were sharks looming around us the entire time. Didn't really have time to really dick around with it and make sure everything was super complete and match things up, because there were a lot of games in cases that they didn't belong to. First up, we have a disc-only copy of Final Fantasy Origins for the PlayStation 1, disc-only Final Fantasy X for the PlayStation 2, disc-only Animal Crossing, disc-only Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life, a Game Boy Player disc, disc 1 of fucking Final Fantasy IX, and that was where the problem started with mismatching things. We came across all the discs, or at least we thought we did, for Final Fantasy IX, because we found the case in there. They actually had 2 cases for Final Fantasy IX. Neither had the manual. One of the cases had some of the discs, and then we found the other discs separately, and we thought we found all of them. It's a 4-disc game. We found disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, and that disc 1 we have over there we thought was disc 4, so an incomplete, super incomplete copy of Final Fantasy IX. We got a case only. This actually had some other game in it, one of those disc only games for Kingdom Hearts 2. Unfortunately, a case only for Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, well, with the manual at least. And Spyro the Dragon, unfortunately, has a demo disc inside of it rather than the actual game. It is the Crash Bash Spyro Enter the Dragon demo disc. On to the games that were actually complete and are actually really, really cool. We got Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, in pretty decent shape. I don't remember if this one had a lenticular cover that it's missing. It looks like it kind of would. One of the games I'm actually happiest to find out of all these, Mega Man Legends, complete. And when I pulled that out, I was really, really hoping the disc was in there, and it was. We've also got Resident Evil, the remake for the GameCube, complete. Dark Cloud, complete for the PlayStation 2. And finally, Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition promotional disc, complete for the Nintendo GameCube. And for all that stuff that Alicia found right there, $18 is what we haggled her down to. Definitely not anything to be upset about there, aside from wanting the games to be more complete or to actually have some of the discs. That's all we found at the tag sale flea market. We went to our usual flea markets on Sunday, found actually nothing at either of them, and stopped at a random turnpike sale. I don't even know what to call it. It looked like kind of like a small ass flea market, but might have just been a tag sale. And for $4 each, I picked up 2 PlayStation 2 games. We got Todd McFarlane's Evil Prophecy, which I had never heard of, but it looks really cool. And a game I have heard of, and I'm very happy to pick up, God Hand. I believe this is worth about $20, so $8 for both of them. Not a bad way to end this weekend adventure. So let me know what you were able to find on your weekend. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, Internet. Also, from the dark recesses of the other pouch on my backpack, Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Game of the Year edition for $2, right out from underneath another shark. I did, however, leave him Metroid Prime, so I don't feel too bad.